Let's have a look at OpenAI documentation. Let's start with the overview. So they have this whole thing. You can press Control K, Command K to actually. Okay, that's not actually working. No, it's not working for some reason. Let's check this thing. I have zoomed these things out. Let me quickly. Uh, yeah. So let's go through this developer quick start. If you're a developer, you can actually go through and quickly start it. Make your first API in minutes. They haven't mentioned how many minutes. It could be 1 trillion minutes, but you can actually make your first API in minutes. Learn the basics of the OpenAI platform. So we are basically here for this because I'm not going to do anything practical. You can actually click get started and go into it. I think if you like mostly in the documentation, if you click it will go to the next page. That's basically it. Like you can skip it like if you have already read this. So they have given you like 4 examples. I'll just go through the JavaScript quickly. You import it from the OpenAI packages. Then you create an OpenAI object. You call it client, and client has a responses object, and that responses object has a create method where you have to pass in the model name. They are passing 5.1 input. Write a short bedtime story about a unicorn. So if you are a unicorn company, you might need this example. Console log response, you get the response, and there is something called output text, which basically I think will give you the actual response. I mean, it's pretty confusing at the beginning, like to see like this is not responses. You're creating responses using the responses object, not the usual one. You probably request something like that client.request that makes sense, but of course responses.create also kind of new, but not the normal code you would say. Then there they have given you the model. Model have colors that you have to remember. This is orange color, this is pink color, this is this is green, this is blue color. That they have the gradient. So I guess that paints a good picture of you. Like when you think 5.1, you can actually remember this sunny orange color in a sunny beach, and then you are in a lava like pink color. I don't want to say what's pink color, but yeah, think of a tongue, a nice little tongue. That's what 5 mini is. 5.1 new. Okay, the best model for coding an agentic task with configurable reasoning effort. You can actually configure the reasoning effort, of course, I guess. A faster, cost efficient version of GPT-5 for well defined tasks. If you are well defining, of course, you can GPT-5 mini. They're just mentioning well defined. Don't just task create, fix this issue. Just say this, there's an error in the this thing, a well defined task. That's what they mean. GPT-5 Nano, like nanotechnology, fastest, most efficient version of GPT-5. So this is faster, this is the fastest. The faster you are, you have to be well defined. Start building, read and generate text. Of course, if you click this, I think you will go here, I guess. Use a model's vision capability, I guess you will go there, generate images as output. Create the images with GPT image 1, build apps with audio, analyze, transcribe, and generate audio with API endpoints. Uh, Build agentic applications. Use the API to build agents that use tools and computers. Of course, tools, I think they mean the third party tools, and computers also can be used in building agentic applications. Achieve complex tasks with reasoning. Use reasoning models to carry out complex tasks. You know what's a complex task? That is basically research uh, or like tiny issues. It could be a complex task if you ask a computer to do it. Get structured data from models. Use structured outputs to get model. Use structured outputs to get a model responses that adhere to a JSON schema. Basically, structured. They mean if you give a JSON thing, it will give you an output. We will look into that. Tailor your use case. Adjust our model to perform specifically for your use case with fine tuning, evaluations, and distillation. I don't know what distillation means, but I do know, like, if you have a business use case, you tailor the LLM, which is generic, to your specific business use case. Now let's move to the help center. No, developer forum, cookbook. Okay, you can actually go and see these things. There's help center where you get, FAQ general. Then developers, if you want to, this is a good thing to start with in the open source collection of examples. Check the status of the OpenAI sets. Why do I want to know that? Check the status, like if you want to know like whether the things are down or thing. We'll go back if we have time, but let's go to the quick start. Copy the page for some reason. I don't know why I want to copy it. Yeah, fine. Develop a quick start. So if you want something offline, you can copy this page and paste it in your notepad and look at it every time, like memorizing it. Develop a quick start. Take your first steps with OpenAI API. So we are still starting. Like this is overview. We are currently starting. Now, the OpenAI API provides a simple interface to the state-of-the-art AI models for text generation, natural language processing, computer vision, and more. Get started by creating an API key and running your first API call. Discover how to generate text, analyze images, build agents, and more. Create and export an API key. You can do that, but I think you have to log in for that, so I'm not going to go. You just need an API key, your own API key, so that you can actually do a request. Before you begin, create an API key in the dashboard, which I'm not going to do, which you'll use to securely access the API. So secure API key. Store the key in a safe location, not your notepad, like a .shrc file or another text file on your computer. Once you have generated an API key, export it as an environment variable in your terminal, like this. Export OpenAI key and you just paste it here for some reason. If you have Windows, you can do that. OpenAI SDKs are configured automatically to read your API key from the system environment, so you don't have to do the hard thing. Install the OpenAI SDK and run an API call. jpeg.net go. They have suddenly decided to include Java and Go, because you cannot do things without them. Go is good, I guess. Yeah, but I'll just stick with JavaScript. Just like life. To use the OpenAI API in the server-side JavaScript environment like Node.js, Deno, Bun, you can use the official OpenAI SDK for TypeScript and JavaScript. Get started by installing the SDK from npm or your preferred package manager, pnpm. Install the OpenAI SDK with npm install OpenAI. With OpenAI SDK software development kit installed, create a file called example.mjs, mj, and copy the example code into it. Test a basic API request. You import it, you create a client object using OpenAI. Response is create. Now you fall back to Nano, because you know what? You are going to be thorough with. Write a one sentence bit story about a unicorn, which is same, but you just moved to Nano. I don't know why, but it's a good business decision. You get things faster. You don't need a one sentence bedtime story using GPT 5.1 like the earlier. Okay. This is a short bedtime story. This is a one line. This is specific. You're being specific here. Write a one sentence bedtime story. I mean, the one who wrote the documentation is a genius. He is consistent. He connects the story. Really good. Appreciate him for that. Execute the code with not example.mjs or the equivalent command for Deno or Bun. In a few minutes, you should see the output of your API request. If you don't see, contact the support. Learn more on GitHub. Discover more SDK capabilities options on the libraries GitHub README. Response. Okay, readme is basically, if you go to that, the repository, they will have this. You don't actually have to click the readme. They are like, basically it will be there behind, like below the code, like the code, responses starter app. Start building with the responses API. Okay, this is the API. Now I know why this is a responses API. So client.responses API, it has a create API. Yeah. Text generation and prompting. Learn more about prompting, message roles, and building conversational apps. Okay, so we are coming to the most important part of the, you know, documentation, which is bugs. Not bugs, like, I mean the BUCK, buck, about the money. Go to billing. I think you will go here. Oh, okay. You went somewhere else. Okay, fine. You need actually, if you want, like, your billing, right? Congrats on running the free test API request. So this is where they say, like, you're not screwed. It's still free test API, but start building real applications with higher limits and use our models to generate text, audio, images, videos, and more. Access dashboard features designed to help you ship faster. Access dashboard features designed to help you ship faster. So chat playground, build and test conversational prompts and embed them in your app. Agent builder, build, deploy, and optimize agent workflows. Okay, they have something called features, dashboard features, which are chat playground. Just think of it, chat playground, and agent builder, which builds you the agent. Analyze images and files. Okay, what happened there? Like, okay, if you click this link, copy it for some reason. You can actually send this to guy, like, to your intern. If you're a beginner, you don't have to send it to anybody. Like, if you're a senior developer, like, you can click this, hey, read this. Yeah. Analyze images and files. Send image URLs. Uploaded files or PDF documents directly to the model to extract text, classify content, or detect visual elements. So they have example for image URL. You can send a file URL. You can send an upload file. So the same thing, create. The input array will be different now. You will have a role called user. They didn't say anything about it yet. Then there will be content. Content will be type input text. What is in this image? The second will be input image, not text, input image, and you will send in a cat and otter picture, which you can actually, like, the AI could actually, like, read this. It's cat and otter. No, it's a supercar. How did I prompt inject you? Like that. Okay. You have to know a lot to understand my jokes, because then you'll know it's not a joke. It's just not an attempt to be a joke. You'll know if you learn more about humor. Not the opening, though. Uh, okay, let's move to the image input guides. Learn to use image inputs to the model and extract meaning from images. Learn to use image inputs to the model. Okay, input image to the models and extract meaning from images. Like, this is not hard thing. Don't try to explain things. Like, it's simple. Like, put the image and get the thing. File inputs guide. Learn to use file inputs to, okay, shit. Okay, extract meaning from the documents. Put the documents, get the shit. It's pretty simple. Extend the model with tools. Give the model access to the external data and functions by attaching tools. Use built-in tools like web search or file search, or define your own calling APIs, running code, or integrating with third-party API systems. I think we don't have to check this, like, this input file, upload file, you have to you have to get the file first, and then you have to upload the file ID. That's pretty simple, neat. I just skip that. I don't know why I skipped that. Okay, so for the tools, you have to again create response. Then you can actually have pass in a tools array, type web search, and what was positive news stories from today. Nothing. Yeah. Then you can actually do file search. Again, file search. You share the vector store IDs. Nobody told about the vectors yet, but they have just mentioned it in the code. Function calling, type function, name, get weather, description, get the current version from the current location. I just moved that, so I have to go down and scroll it back. Yes. Parameters, object, properties, location, city, description. Okay, parameters, you pass in the type. Properties have a location have a type, string again, and the location have city and country. Required location, additional properties, false, strict. You have to be strict with this together with the cool. uh, so here you come in here, what is this thing? This is tools. You pass in the tools here. What is the weather like in Paris today? Why are we using a function for that? Are we passing okay, fine. I'm not going to ask questions much. I'm going to move to the remote CP. Response create, you have passing tools, type MCP, server level DMCP, server description, Dungeons and Dragon MCP server, which is cool. Server to assist with dice rolling. You need Dungeons and Dragons to dice rolling. So okay, fine. This will be Deno devs SSC. Require approval, never. You don't need approval. Input roll 2d4 plus 1. Then you get the chess move. Yeah. Use built-in tools. Learn about the powerful built-in tools like web search and file search. Function calling guide. Learn to enable the mode to call your own custom code. Like this, for some reason. Like this. A custom function. Stream responses and build real-time applications. Use server-sent streaming events to show results as they are generated, or real-time API to interactive voice and multimodal apps. Again, you have skipped the JavaScript code. Fine by me. Responses create roles. Say double bath. What the hell? Double bath. Say double bath 10 times. Double bubble bath. 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 Okay, I said it. Not 10 times though. For await const event dot stream. Okay, this is stream. This is actually this is stream. Stream is equal to true. You just have to pass stream is equal to true. Then you get the stream. For await const event of stream. Then it will just stream. Pretty simple. They have abstracted a lot of things here. This is pretty cool. Use streaming events. Use the server sent events to stream model responses to users fast. That's how you get the ChatGPT streaming. Yeah. Get started with real-time API. Use WebRTC or WebSockets for super fast speech to text, speech to speech AI apps. You know the feature you talk back, you get the API girlfriend. Sorry, not the AI girlfriend. Yeah, you use the real-time API for that. Build agents. Use the OpenAI platform to build agents capable of taking actions like controlling. Use the OpenAI platform to build agents capable of taking actions like controlling computers on behalf of your users. Use the agents SDK for Python or TypeScript to create orchestration logic on the backend. I didn't understand this. So basically, you are use the OpenAI platform to build agents capable of taking actions like controlling computers. Okay, controlling computers. I don't want to control my computer, though. I don't want the agent to control my computer on behalf of users. Okay, users is fine, not me. Use the agents SDK for Python TypeScript to create the orchestration logics on the backend. So this is the orchestration logic. Spanish agent. You only speak Spanish. I don't know Spanish. uh, I cannot remember a Spanish word also. English agents, you only speak English. Triage agent, hand off the appropriate agent on language of the request. Okay, handoffs, Spanish agents. Okay, this is cool. This is really cool. Like you have a triage agent which handoffs like hola como estás. Then you hand off it to the English agent. And just kidding. You just hand off this to the Spanish agent, and the results will be in Spaniola. Learn how to use OpenAI platform to build powerful and capable agents. Why do we have this here? Like, yeah, you can click and go to the main page. This is just we are still in the quick start. We are so yeah.